very strong odds of a team from losers making a run. We'll see if either one of these teams has what it takes.
Here we go, and the purple goal is going to be LAG making their way forward on the hard point. Hoop with that first blood, nades are up and about, stuns, you name it. Empty pockets flying forward. Hoop with the Seam with the kills, and the Seam, ooh, my word, man's finally being brought down there as the opening hard point. Always fun and games, pure shenanigans here on Tuscan with the spawn changes. Spark putting to work the automaton there, trying to find kills all over the place. Mid-map coverage now from Slasher, and the kills will not slow down. Relatively even in the first hard point.
And already, this is honestly a very strong start for LAG. They get gifted the good side when it comes to rotating to P2, but the tougher side to actually win that initial break. So they're getting a decent chunk of time. This is pretty much as good as it gets. And well, Bance, when things get bad, he's got to win those rotational gunfights. It's going to be him versus Slasher in the back, and Bance comes out on top. But obviously, he's not done. It's Spart he has to deal with next. And I think he got the jump on it, but doesn't matter because Spart has the gun for the job.
It does indeed. The Volkssturmgewehr in hand now, flying on through the backside of the map. 55 seconds up now on column. P2's up. Toronto got themselves some kills, but still have the spawns in the back line, and this is where Spark can shine. 2 to his name already, flying forward. Cammy's gonna be up next. Lets one out, appears on that minimap now, so here come the Sharks. And that's a nice bit of work to get forward, but not enough to get the kills. Toronto holds strong, hard point still in hand. A team on the close push, finds one. Decent coverage from behind, and oh my, it's a break. LAG with a hill.
Just a waltz on through. I mean, Hook's picking up quite a few in the meantime, but that's the break they need. They fought for those back spawns, so you're at least able to get them, and now you got Top Church, nice and secure. Slasher up there roaming around. This is a good chunk of time. LAG are looking to collect, but Bance again winning important gunfights. There to find the opening for the team as that final 10 seconds should be going to Toronto. Now on the next rotation though, Kleenex already wins the first one. It looks like he's gonna be waiting for his teammates maybe to catch up with him just a little bit before he challenges Spart in the back.
Whoa, nice shots out of Kleenex. Here comes inside to try to pick up a few more. Not a lot in the magazine of the automaton, so he's got to be scarce with those shots, and they're working out for him there. Spark brought down. Still plenty of LAG members now on the defense over by P3. The hill that just broke the hearts of many Paris fans across the face of the planet. Cammy trying to make his way forward. Not much more to be had there as LAG still retain control. 40 seconds remaining on this one. It's going to be an absolute battle to try to maintain it. Kleenex good comms, spots one in there through the front. No chance, still locking it down. LAG with the time.
Vance though again making the plays because he's able to pick up 2, but Asim's responds with the 2 in kind, and honestly, still just a battle for this scrap time. This is where this hill gets super mixy, very 50-50, and honestly, it is just a battle trying to dodge all of these nades. Neither team really setting foot inside. Vance actually wrapping around and trying to pick up the kills first, but you already see even Hoop there trying to collect the scrap. More gunfights gets won. Nobody gonna get those final 10 seconds, and LAG, if they have this kind of lead, they will be happy for it. But to the new rotation we go. Asim in between a couple. He gets dealt with. Ultra will be here first.
And it's bottom church side. Ultra have got 3 players up. You got Hoop now hitting the backside. He's going to be all on Cammy's plate to deal with, and how will he handle him? Hard points up, time going the way of Ultra. 2 players through the side door now as well. Here comes Cammy in the back, finds one. Slides out, no one to be had. That's an open angle now for attack for the LAG players, and Slasher, he's trying to make the most of it. Still with hard point time ticking in the favor of Toronto Ultra. Now lining up the hit, 2 players through the back, 2 players through the Church Alley side, and here comes the hit. Nice kill from Slasher. 2 now in a row for him. Keeping the pressure up. Cammy's going to keep the back door locked down safe and sound for now. Asim makes the break. LAG break on through, and it's their hard point now.
It's such good teamwork in that moment. Slasher just buying his teammates time to flood through the front, and they get that clean and easy break, but clean and easy only for a moment because you see Kleenex in the feed is able to just swarm in and pick up all 3, so Ultra doing a nice job. That could have been a moment where things started to get a little bit wild, but they get that scrap and keep things nice and close, and towards that rotation we go. Insight down low at the bottom of those steps over towards New, but you see the swarm is in. Doesn't matter, Insight picks up 2, but then Asim there for 2 of his own. LAG win that rotation.
Kleenex, you see how pensive he's got to play, waiting for the squad to roll up. Nades through. B5, the dreaded control room here on Tuscan. Not an easy place to get into. Here come the shots though. Bance finding the opener. A slow and steady hit now. Cammy trying to be the player to lead the charge. Can't get much more out of it. Big kills once again out of LAG. It's all theirs. They're going to find the time, and not a very well put together push there from Ultra Chance. Not a second to be had here so far.
I mean, right now, their biggest problem is slaying. You have Cammy, we talked about, he is their top performer. Well, right now, 6 and 14. On the flip side, Hook is on a 4. He's +7, so is Asim. So these SMGs for LAG have been running the show. Same thing in the feed there. It looks like they are poised to get that scrap time. And honestly, I mean, they have, what, another 12 seconds to set up the massive pinch. Slasher going on the full flank. 2 players coming over through Church. LAG, I mean, honestly, this is a hill. They can run away with it right here if they get this break.
Luke's got an opportunity to get streaks here, and again, LAG, an opportunity to certainly go wild here with their streaks of the game. Let's go for a quick listen in with the Los Angeles Guerrillas.
He's weak ahead twice.
He's weak inside. Weak inside behind the tank. Behind the mature.
I'm trying to go mid. I'm trying to go
Nice,
mid.
nice trade.
There's a funny church side of me.
Need time.
I hear you. I need time.
Behind tree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need help tree.
Are you dead? Are you
Inside
dead?
one shot. There's two backfield. Two backfield right now.
There you.
And there you.
Got Heady. Got Heady. Clean up.
Neither got Heady.
Yeah, nade him off spawn. Nade him off spawn.
Got any cleaners?
I'm
nading,
nading.
I'm
I'm nading.
nading.
Once you be their side to him, get naded.
Try nading him.
One shot. One's outer,
Got a
one's
weak
got
one.
Is anyone mid?
I don't see
Yo,
anything mid, bro.
push up our tree. One shot.
Dead.
One more. R said you. Chris.
Taking
He
around.
chopped me, one shot.
Taking around first one.
I'm
Dark
getting
tree, dark tree.
Okay.
Archie.
Yo, one guy saw me. He
Where's
knows
he
I'm
at?
here. He knows I'm burrows. He's top green.
Mid alley.
Flip me.
Mid alley in a corner. Toby.
Where's he going, Kyler?
Amy's rail side.
Top rails on me, weak. One shot.
I'm gonna wrap right here.
Could be coming
Yeah,
fucking
we
bottom.
Maybe top green on me. Yep. Top right. Vance.
Come on with you, Chris.
Top right, Vance. Calling me. One of them.
All good. I'm gonna play.
Give me there. One shot, bro. Give me there. One shot.
Cammy got me. There's two there. One more there. There's one more there.
Absolute rails.
You know what we on that guy?
Yo, hold in bottom church. I'm trying to go around.
Okay.
We're going for the back.
I spawned P5. I spawned P5.
Help me Euros.
One in the back.
Coming. Green window, bro. Got me. I needed time.
Green
Back
window.
church. Back church on you.
Still on me, Austin.
Back church inside.
Green steps absolutely.
You went short.
Take our time.
Yeah, take our time.
Short side.
There's one P5 here.
Turn it
There's
short.
one
No.
P5.
Not telling me green. Not telling me
Okay,
green.
back.
You guys have any time?
I need a back alley.
Green steps, one shot.
dead.
Nice.
Top rails dead.
Nice. Shake. Look at me the back.
Looking
You're
short.
short.
Looking
Give me
short.
back alley,
I
guys.
spawned on mid.
Look in your back alley. I have your back alley. One guy's stunned here. Stun me.
Short,
back alley.
clean egg,
Dead.
dead.
Nice.
Nice, boy.
Another one gonna be
In the
back
back
alley.
church.
Last guy. Bottom shirt.
Get time.
I got time.
You think he's still? Yeah, bottom
Where
church.
you spawning?
Spawning
Bottom
in the
church.
back.
I'm looking over you
Give me
short.
short. One's in the back.
Dead. Another one in the back.
Chance what could have been a pull-away moment there from LAG, turning to a real battle there with Ultra getting involved. Slasher though with a 3 spree now, pushing the lead ahead.
Well, that P1 hill is, I think, where they really dropped the ball, but we can touch on that later because they're at least able to stabilize on P2. But we talk about all these rotational gunfights, massive ones coming on the flip side of things. Spark wins the first, but he's got pressure on him, delivers and picks up two. But now the question is, can he read this flank? The room spawns come through, turns in the nick of time to get three. Number 4 in a row. The new kid on the block making the big plays.
Vance now trying to make the punch through the front. Asim's up next now, locking it down for his teammates. No joke, though. Cammy on the flank manages to get 2 out of that. Now it's a bit of a fight for this hard point. Players in every corner possible. Cammy trying to watch the front. Ultra have managed to get themselves in, but there's no chance for the hard point just yet. Spart once again, Volk in hand. Forward he comes. Kleenex taken care of from top side. Oh, baby. LAG back in the point. And Spart once again with the 3-piece.
And he's put in the work, man. Just that intro kills. Now he's picking up 3 towards the tail end of it. That is a wonderful chunk of time LAG are trying to get. And honestly, Ultra is still trying to fight for it. That's how much they want this scrap, and that's how little they can actually get it, because Spart is here. That was his hill, and frankly, LAG starting to blow this one wide open. I mean, a 60-point lead going into new. Admittedly, Ultra get here first, but it is going to be tough for these guys to turn this one around.
Once again, hardpoint rotation goes the way of Ultra. They're going to be in the bottom side of the church first, foremost, and we'll see how much time they can get. Here comes Spart on the 5 spree. Looking to get themselves some streaks. Nice snap, not enough to get it though, as Slash is going to be there for the final shots. Here we go now, another point. Cammy gets brought down. As Spart once again looking for one more kill here for streaks. This could be huge. They've got themselves a hard point. Ultra have been pushed back for now through the front door though. It's all on Hoop to save the day for now. Spart, he's just dancing around looking for anything. Can he get at least one here? Oh, it's awkward. He doesn't get that kill either. No streaks just yet, but they've got plenty of hard point time.
I mean, streaks don't matter. He has gotten 1 kill on this rotation, and you're still able to make the break that easily. I mean, his teammates have just done everything around him, and then he gets delivered the free glide bomb, but doesn't even, it is too big of a lead. 70 points, they just dominated them in church, and I mean, over towards that rotation in P5, I suppose Ultra get there first, but frankly, in this game so far, Ultra have just showed us nothing.
It's a blowout so far. LAG, 1 more point, so they really have to break on through, and they can probably get it done here. To the command center we go. Streaks are there ready for Spart. We'll see if he can make the entry kills here. 2 members of Ultra lining up on the point. It's Cammy and Kleenex. The shots are through. Kleenex with a big win, holding the line down for now. As again, over towards the church side of the map, that's where LAG's coming from now. The rooftop spawns. Bans has a big job ahead of him. Here comes his first. It's Hook. He manages to win the fight. The hard point's now open. Not a single member of Toronto nearby. It's Insight. Has to go huge alone. It's going to be the final 10 seconds now. The win for LAG.
Too hard to hold, man. They just go straight inside. LAG looking to get their first map win, and honestly, dominant fashion. Ultra, last-ditch effort to try to come around in this area, and kills getting traded back and forth, and Ultra managed to get the break and should be good for this scrap. But now the pressure for Toronto is actually trying to win that rotation, because all 4 players for LAG will be at new.
They're flying. They're really trying to get there as fast as they can, and it has to be sweet. And so far, it ain't that. Here comes the hard point. Final few seconds. Spark wins his fight. 3 players now through mid. Here comes the push. Onto the point we go for Toronto with the last-minute contest. It's a single second. Kills have to come through. It's a seamer brought down. Okie dokie. We got a game.
Calling the glide bomb. This is the moment. Take your time. Set it up. No one die in this moment. You call in the glide and you make your break. And Hook is going on a massive flank while this is happening. You lose your church control, though. The glide can't even pick up one. Hook is now by himself, and they lost spawns for new.
There's 30 seconds remaining on this point. This is a single second game now for LAG. All you have to do is dip a toe into the point, friends, and you win it. 25 now. Ultra will not be able to get the win.
And look, they're chalking it up potentially for this rotation, but they can always make that like last moment push because they only need a second. So you get options, but right now Toronto trying to juggle too many things.
Here comes the fight though. Still bottom church side. That's where the battle is going down now. You have to still hold the line if you're Ultra and win the rotation gunfights. And right now, we're spinning plates, and they're managing to get it done. Here comes the final hit though. Over towards the next hard point in a few seconds. You've got to clean those players out. Go, Ultra, fly, get on the point if you can. Fly into it. No! It was a worthy attempt. But the Los Angeles Guerrillas put in the hard graft early on. And that is truly their map 1 victory.
It really did get spicy towards the end. Ultra certainly making things interesting, but just too difficult on that rotation. I mean, if they had an extra, literally just like 2 extra seconds of buffer room, you can afford to send those players on rotation, but just because of the fact that it was 2:49 left on the, which is those aggressive A pushes, not easier to make that work. And Insight going for the 0 spot for the Chow, and maybe everybody does their homework. Spark not really giving him anything to work with, and you see the first bloods get traded out a very quick 3 versus 3.
Yeah, bombs down in the open now. No one able to grab that just yet. Insight with a quick recovery. Fighting fit now, able to get back on the move. Kleenex is certainly out in the middle of dangerous territory right now. I see him not too far away from me. We'll see if that comes to play. Slasher, of course, coming to reinforce over towards that side of the map. Here comes the moves.
Yeah, they're doubling up to try to make work on this flank, right? Asim and Slasher working together, and if you can get one of your AR players in the fire, makes planning on A that much more difficult. There is no fear of B for the moment. Spark, a little bit of intel. He is getting hunted though, and Kleenex there to at least get tags, and Spark has to make moves. He's going to be towards the back of the map, but you're getting flanked. You don't even know.
Here we go. Asim's lined up 1. There's 2, and Asim finishes the first. Yo! Oh boy! Big pistol kill! Inside now, the 1v2. 30 seconds on the clock. There we go. LAG don't quite let the round get away from them at that. Got spicy indeed. What a shot from Asim. The reaction time with the rat there saved the day.
Well, if his shot was a little bit better, he could have had a top 5 play of the week.
Oh, that's
right?
true.
With a clean 3-piece. So maybe a little bit shaky for the second one, but either way, the strat from early on was there. Asim and Slasher working on the flanks, and even where one man falls, the other there to pick up the pieces. And again, that is sort of the typical, right? Ultra don't have that access. Fast planning A is not going to be nearly as easy as before, and LAG, because of that, will be able to take that first round.
Insight's surely got snipes up. Oh my word. Could not have been any closer. Kleenex through mid. No, who reads it? Ultra now in a tough spot on defense. 3v4. The bomb's going for it though.
Do you really want to push Insight in this moment? It feels risky to me, but he's at least forced to back down. Not complete A control yet, because you do have number 6, Cammy. He's in the interesting spot. He gives it away and does get forced back for the moment. And right now, LAG, they're incredibly comfortable. They have Hook watching the full flank, so they can take their time. Maybe let Hook try to make a move.
I think Hook wasn't watching the flank. He now is the flank. He's going for it. Bounced down by the well position. He's going to be able to catch that out in a moment, potentially. But if he gets too big for his boots, he'll go for it. But this is an aggressive player who's pumped the brakes. Bomb now through Church. Insight. May get caught out here. Oh, once again, tagged up, runs away, gets away with his life. God, he's difficult to kill. Now you've got an open lane towards the B bomb site. Insight finally taken care of. Cammy now getting involved. Here comes Vance in from behind. Huge turnaround with less than 20 seconds to play with.
2v2 to get the bomb down. The question is, what do you plan for? Maybe Vance is just going to get hunted. Slasher looking for the challenge. He gets it. Now Cammy by himself for the 1v1. He knows he's going against Slasher. Not a quick player.
Not a quick player indeed. Oh, the timing's worked out for Slasher. Didn't have to be too fast, but hey, man. We've seen that bomb get defused too many times this weekend already.
And he certainly thought about it. I think Slasher had that idea, right? Not a quick player ordinarily, but he gets the kill over towards P5 and just cuts back through the plat. And I think as soon as Slasher gets that call out, hey, he's coming through Church Alley, he feels safe to go for that repositioning. And that is a very important round for LAG to get. They had the first blood. They had 45, 50 seconds to set up the play and nearly had it picked apart, but they deliver in the end, and they will happily take that 2-0 lead.
That's a close 2-0. Spartan not able to find the same shot we saw Insight also take there. Seems to be cursed here in Minnesota. Hook though finally hit the flank. Massive 2 kills now, opening the round up for LAG. This is massive. Insight recovers the bomb. On the other side of the map, Kleenex, they are split 1-1 right now, and this is a difficult position to be in for Ultra.
Well, we have said it time and time again, Insight might have the crown of the most clutch player in this game. He makes magic happen in these situations, and he gets a little bit of intel. Kleenex spots a player over towards you, but in spite of your time that you have to work with, Slasher are able to spot him out, and you just don't have to take this chow.
Oh, he gets away once again.
And they
Kleenex
took the chow, they took it.
Kleenex gets a kill. 3v2, 1 by 1. LAG start to fall. Will they be able to muscle up here and hold this down? 40 seconds on the round. Slasher still on the 3 spree. And Insight has repositioned.
And they're sending in Kleenex in this moment, right? They're trying to have him go pick off Slasher, but
Whoa.
Slasher makes the read and backs down from top church. Read that one like a book, and now Insight, only 23 seconds left on the clock. He can make some magic happen, but this one be more of a miracle.
1v3, less than 20. Bomb in hand, he could potentially get a kill or two, but to get that bomb down as well is going to be the magic. Oh my goodness, he has let a couple go by, and time is not going to be on his side. The kills will be won. Here comes the push into the second, and it was ambitious, bold. 50-50 choice though, right? Do I try to get the kills? Do I go for the bomb plant? What do I do? Are all 3 of them holding hands? Too many questions, not enough answers, not enough time.
And the main reason LAG win that round is because they get the 2 quick couple bloods, right? They have a 4v2 basically instantly as soon as that round starts. And admittedly, Hook throws his life away, but I think Slasher just had good reads, right? Him and Insight are just throwing shoulders back and forth from top fire to top church. And eventually he's like, you know what? Kleenex is probably going to come try and hump me down. So he backs down the steps, makes a good read, and secures his team that round. 3-0 for a Toronto Ultra team right now. They're supposed to be the 2-3-5 gods, but struggling for the moment.
Well, they never yet. Heavy hit right through the middle of the map for LAG right now, seen with the opening tickle. Kami doesn't want it, Kleenex doesn't want it either, but again, the exchange of gunfire. Here comes Hook though. Not just to the rescue, but to be the cavalry now, as both teams looking to find their prospective kills. Spark opens it up with the first blood there on backs.
They're just working so well together. Kleenex, though, does find a bit of an opener to make it 3v3, but Hook still has bomb on hand. Insight finds a pick, and Hook, surprisingly, not actually going for those trades. He's going for the full wraparound, but Insight plays quick enough that he gets out with his life. And talk about being split. Hook and Spark. Someone's got to make that hero play, and you don't even check your corners quick enough. Kleenex just too good of a spot. Hook now for a 1v2.
It's a 1v2, technical 1v3, bomb in hand. He's a little bit more time to work with. 30 seconds on the clock now, and Hook. Speedy bit of parkour while the now, okay, fine. While the fountain's still active, you can make that one happen, but a decent stun, bit of a nade, blows that one away, and he's still got time to work with. He could get this bad boy down at B. Again, Ultra are nowhere to be seen, but as soon as that clock starts to go a little deeper into the red, they're coming over, mate.
And he actually planted for a spot where you can see it from quite a few different locations, so a little bit tougher to sneak defuse. I think Hook doing his homework. There is absolute potential for him to clutch this round.
Here comes the retake now. 2 members of Toronto Ultra, Kami and Kleenex, the 2 Cs now up against Hook. The timing, oh, wait a minute! Okie dokie, Kleenex just managed to slip by, and that, I bet Hook, whew, bit of a jump scare for him, I'll bet, but there's the defuse, and that finally is Toronto Ultra on the board.
And that is super risky, because I don't think Kami was there for the trades. And look, he was roaming out towards plat, so Hook wins that one. That round could go very differently, but Ultra do manage to clutch up and finally get on board. Quick moves out of Kleenex to clean that one up, if nothing else, and Ultra slowly going to be working on this comeback. These have been very slow rounds. Both teams very patient. Honestly, both teams doing a great job working with each other on the map. I think LAG, though, has had the edge in the first blood category. That is where Toronto have had most of their success on this map, but might be able to put something together. A has been left open, so that top side of the map, a little bit free and clear right now for Ultra.
Bomb's got real close to the A-bomb site now as well. Kami trying to clear out at least something towards the top side. LAG with a reshuffle. Here they come towards A. It's going to be a fast plant though now. He's going to see that one go down. Toronto. Bomb down. 4v4 on the retake. Stun's going to come through. Slash. Oh, no, it's an A. Won't catch him out though. No information gained just yet. Insight looking the wrong way for now. Cammy with the opening blood. Here come the trades. And it's a big three-man hit straight towards the bomb. Oh my god! Hook's so aggressive. Not enough to get any more kills out this one. Slasher with a covering fire. 30 seconds to get the defuse.
And Kleenex, he's been flanking this entire time. This will be free kills for him. And around for Ultra, there's number one, there's number two, and a 5 spree for Tobias to turn this game around. That was a very strange round because that was almost shades of like the fast A plants. They gave it up for free. Ultra get the bomb down. They're like, oh, this is the one thing that we are incredible at on this map. We will take these gunfights every day of the week. And I mean, that is just shades of Tuscan S&D from a few weeks ago. And I mean, Ultra, again, happy for it. And Kleenex, again, nice little gunfight win he had against Hook the round before. The 2-piece he gets towards the end on the flank. He's on a 5 spree. He's the guy to win this game for Ultra.
Still keeping it going. It's a great opening salvo out of Insight there. The shots come through. The Sun's going to put Slasher now down at bay. You've still got numbers, though, towards the A-bomb site. Those nades are huge. That could have picked up multiple members there of LAG. Asim and Slasher, they are cheek to cheek there by the A-bomb site. Spar overwatching them. As tension falls across Tuscan, Bad surely dies it. Surely brought down as Hook managed to get the first blood and gets away with it.
1 HP, literally 1 HP, and this round could go differently, but
oh, no!
Now Hook is making the plays from 1 HP to shutting down streaks and more than likely winning his team this round. Number 6, though, jumping out towards the map. You cannot afford to let this bomb get planted. Takes him down, can't get the next trade, and leaves Insight in a 1 versus 3, but he's clutch. He can make magic happen. And all of a sudden, it's a 1v2. That bomb is down, but Insight, nice and quick, already towards top church, and Slasher nearly gives him a freebie.
No lethals, no tacticals remaining. It is all down to Insight and his trusty automaton. 35 seconds on the clock to work with now. Forward we go, looking to find at least 1 kill. Slasher playing close. The 2-man hit now. Damage in, less than 30.
And he's just playing with the timings. He's going back and forth, but the shoulders right now. LAG throwing. If they're throwing shoulders, they were good. Slasher gives one up. 20 seconds left and Insight. He's got the intel. He gets the clutch. You hand it to him and he will take it every day of the week. LAG were doing everything right for so long, and Slasher says, no thank you, I want you to win this round. This one's on me.
I'm not sure if that's exactly what he said.
I just don't get it. Literally, they're just throwing shoulders in you. They had the intel, they're bouncing it back and forth. They did nothing wrong, and then he just wide swings out. I mean, Insight, as much as we talk about him making magic happen, like, people just throw their lives at him, and well, he delivers every time. Also, I don't know what call-out Spark got, but he's shaking the wall. So, not ideal.
He gets the wrong corner for sure there. I think it was Baby Yoda who said if your opponent is making a mistake, let him finish.
Sun Tzu?
Could have been Napoleon. Who knows, mate? A lot of weird gifts going around these days. Opening blood for Asim. He's going to get that first kill. Easy peasy for him. Insight on a 3 after that round. We'll take that. We're all tied up 3-3 now, as the lead that LAG works so hard for is dissipated quickly.
Insight is behind a couple. Someone got past, though, and he should just get shot in the back. Don't feed him this kill, Slasher. Let your teammate do it. Thank you. You take care of Insight. You're in a much better spot, 2v3, and admittedly, that A side of the map is wide open, but not ideal to try to plant that bomb. I think you're going to want to work and try to find a pick before you can make a move, and Vance is quick, but LAG, for the most part, grouped together.
Oh, Asim saw something. No, Cammy managed to get the kill. 2v2. Doors busting wide open the inside of church. Slasher now makes it a 2v1. Bance, though. He's got himself a bomb by B. This could get ugly real fast. Guns are up. Benjamin Bance. The door finds 1v1. Spar, check the corner if you can. Tags are in. Oh, and the foot race is on. Spar, pressure indeed. The search and destroy has maybe been the bane of LAG here.
And no, Ninja, he is so loud, but he doesn't even hop it. Oh, that would have been an opportunity because Vance wasn't quick, but now you're playing the mental game.
Again, he knows that he's running. He's not running Ninja, so he's very, very loud indeed. Bance now looking to ring around the Rosie, and here we go. The gunfight could be on. For now, Bance is just looking up. Spark with a gunny. And 10 seconds to get it done. Wow, close indeed. Retribution for the last round, and he certainly needed it. A bit of a smirk across the face of Spark there.
Shoulder peeks go a long way, let me tell you. Just throw a quick shoulder, see if you're about to get gunned, or maybe just slide on out. That Bocage brain infecting the minds of many a player. And even for that 3 versus 2 from Guerrillas, they were almost playing together, and Asim just kind of makes a solo play. He gets caught. Same thing. The other 2 players for LAG were grouped up. They got the next kill, and then they just split. They're trying to find creative ways to throw away these rounds, but it is the new kid on the block, Spart, that delivers. make sure things don't get too crazy for the team, but obviously still a tight game.
Another round. Spark's 3 kills have been very important in this one. Hyper aggressive now out of CleanX. He is far forward. A sweet corner to be in. Timing might not pay off here, but we will see. Checks the corner. Big gunny out of Spark. Stays alive. 2 players now from Ultra drop immediately.
Sparta is earning his paycheck, let me tell you. I mean, it might only be 4 kills, but he loses that one, and, well, we are in a 50-50 round, and I think now an opportunity, Guerrillas. They've had a couple clutch moments in the 4v2. Do not throw your lives away. 3 players sticking together. Hook is responsible for the full flank. A job he loves to do, and no one dare to watch over your teammate. LAG, please figure something out. At least Hook is there to find that next kill, but Insight, we've said it too many times, Miles.
We have indeed. You know how this one may end, friends, but will it be a repeat or will it be something new? Eyes towards the bomb. Damage in. No way he wins that fight. Jamie Craven bites off a little bit more than he can chew.
Thank you. Thank you for not trying to plant the bomb. I mean, this is something a couple teams have made the adjustment for. You have plenty of time to work with. You have the man advantage. Never put yourself in a situation to get caught and throw away a life. And if you need to get the bomb down, someone help him out. I mean, I suppose Hook technically is there for like the late flank, but it could have been a little bit cleaner. Nonetheless, LAG delivered. 5-3 lead, only 1 more to go. And still in the first blood category, these guys have been on point. Toronto, someone needs to turn that around.
Map point, LAG. Eyes are up. That nade hit that player right in the face. That's what the hit marker was. As Cammy stays alive in this position, that was enough to deter them. Asim on the flank. Asim goes big, but not enough to get the kill. Insight wins it. Massive opening flood.
Yeah, tries to make an aggressive play, just gets caught, and Ultra, that is what they needed. Just a first blood to try to make something happen, and, well, nice little more of the shoulder thrown by Insight. Doesn't throw his life away, and Bant's able to find the next pick on Hook, so an opportunity to see how Ultra work in the 4v2, and Insight gets picked.
Easy
Players love getting picked.
Love getting picked. No trades to be had. The remaining 2 members of LAG over towards the A-bomb site. That means B's wide open for now. Slash is going to be the one on the backside, but it's going to take a while. CleanX, wow, at range with MP40. Now Slasher in the 1v3. Oh, does see Bance? The fight's on. The plant is here, and there is no way he wins this. Surely not. Bomb down at B. Slasher looking towards the backside. Here comes the teamwork from Toronto Ultra, and that is that. They live to fight another round. 5-4.
I want to see so many more shoulder peeks in the future. Of just like, I know Slash is challenging out our L. We do not have to give him the free gunny, but nonetheless, found the first couple picks. CleanX has just a ridiculous MP40 shot. Blows my mind that he has a negative KD, but obviously if the entire team does in the respawns, there's only so much he can do, but down but not out. Ultra, they were down 3-0 to start this game. They certainly worked themselves towards a comeback. They were down 5-3, and looking for that opportunity to force a round 11. Bance, though, he's in the middle of the map. Cammy finds a pick, but he gets traded, so Bance gets through, but he gets red. Trades all over the place, 2v2.
2v2, and an exciting one at that. Damage in for Slasher, has to back on up. Bomb carrier in hand now, over towards B. We'll see if we can stay alive. It's Asim and Slasher working together, but it's a fast hit now of Insight and CleanX. They're in. They made it to Church Alley through.
Hello,
oh my
hello,
God,
hello.
CleanX is there. Insight's got kills. Last player there. Round 11. A little bit of good luck, a little bit of bad timing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, and now we find ourselves in a round 11. What in the name of all things sacred?
Players running past each other, not checking the bomb. Things are getting wild, all for a round 11. Defense slightly favored. First bloods have gone back and forth, and Ultra will have defense for the round 11. Maybe that doesn't matter, though. I mean, it has just been clutch after clutch, or the potential for that to be so.
Here we go.
Round 11.
Here we go. 2-2 split through mid-map through A now for Toronto Ultra. They've got themselves defense. What good will it do? CleanX nades up. Big damage, no kill. The bomb making its way over towards B, though. That's all on Cammy.
And Cammy, the pressure's on because they are going to force this through P5. How many can he catch?
Oh, shots are in. There's 1, 2, damage. Stealth manages to get spot. Pistol now at hand. You're going to let a few players go through. Is that going to be enough, though? Here comes Insight on the back line. Maybe able to get something to happen here. Hook's not going to check that corner, I don't think, but this is getting awkward. Cammy taken down by radio side. 3v3. Asim tagged up. Real bad, as this could get mixy. But again, there are players lying in wait. They've got no idea. Hook's still here. Insight versus Hook. Hook wins it. 2v2.
And you got the bomb and plenty of time to work with. You got a gunfight towards back tank, and while everybody trying to group together, No bomb site control, even slightly. Hook and Slasher trying to play for these kills.
And they're going towards A with the bomb now. Ultra, 30 seconds.
And
go
they
to another
have
map.
no idea where they are either. They haven't seen a soul in such a long time.
A bomb's open. Here comes the nade check. I don't think it landed. It did not damage anyone. There's the plant. Less than 15 seconds now. They're going to get the plant down. Here comes the hit. Slasher drops. And they manage to get it done before the bomb goes to 10 seconds now. Hook's got to plant fast. Kleenex now surely flies forward. Surely makes something happen. Here comes the hit, and that's going to be the tags. No kill. Hook's still alive. And there we go. It is not over until it is over. No, it's over. You can roll the music, baby. They're going to defuse that bomb. But oh my. That got a little too mixy. And I have to hand it, though, again to LAG. We spoke to Bevels, we've spoken to the organization coming into this matchup. Respawn game mode's fine. They said that the biggest hole in their gameplay right now was Sparta. This short notice was going to be the search. And hey, man, that was a dicey round 11 against Toronto Ultra.
That is the type of search and destroy that will take years off the lives of not just the players, but the coaches especially. I don't know if there is a single, clean four-man one chunk of work, certainly if he has the positive KD, but I'd say right now, all that I'm looking for is just mistake-free Call of Duty. That is the dream.
You ain't getting it, brother. 3 players now making the way towards A1. Goes, no! Hook manages to kill at least one. There we go. Kleenex trying to pick up. Not going to happen. Over to B we go. Stop the clock. Quick cap. Cammy trying to clean up. Oh my God. Pistol in hand. 1 HP. Who's going to get the kill? And it's an explosive opener here on Tuscan in control. Kills either side. Flying all over the place. But at the very least, Ultra on defense managed to save B.
Weird shots from a couple of these players, but hey, at least he stabilized B for the moment. But a 2-life advantage, or make it just 1, most likely will not come into effect, but things have sort of nullified to the standard sort of setup. Leave a guy on A, take your time, get the setup, play for kills if you need them, and I think a couple gunfights potentially going down. A scene with the pistol and the help from Slasher to find the next one, but LAG right now really just slowing that pace down, making sure that they have the perfect setup and everything under control.
First bit of progress, well, second bit of progress now done towards A. Last segment now remaining. It's going to be Sparta getting that job done very slowly and alone. Again, we count these segments, we count these ticks. They're incredibly important, again, going in towards that final defensive round. And so far, final contest comes through. We may not see that last segment on A captured just yet.
And it seems just flying away, too. Doesn't even want to just sit on the heady. And, well, it looks like you're sort of forced to wrap towards P5, but Insight's here in the corner, and it looks like he actually didn't get spotted, but Hook checks the corner anyway. Bunch of players running down at Kleenex, but he's got the help from Cammy. He got the cross, he got a little bit of help, and now Slasher by himself trying to cross towards P5, but right now you're more or less stuck. Asim again, 5 from the top ropes. It's like we're playing jetpacks.
His ball is flying, Hook managing to get it, but hey, if he wasn't weak, that might have been a 2-piece. Seems staying alive though now, his feet firmly planted on the floor. Into the zone he goes, Cammy then with the reads. 25 seconds remaining, 9 lives for Guerrillas now on offense as we still fly forward. Advance, may be able to deal some heavy damage here. Benjamin, shots are in, 6th streak comes to an end, and that would have been something special. 16.4 on the clock, 1 player slipped down, got to B.
LAG have just been introduced to the blender. They might have a guy on B, but they are down now just to 5 lives, 15 seconds on the clock. Never able to secure A. Ultra a little bit too aggressive, a couple nicely timed flanks, and this has developed into a pretty dominant round. Honestly though, even for this, if they have these few lives, it is nice for them to just be able to get that tick, so they will take it, but it's gotta be perfect from here on out, and simply not possible. Only 3 lives remaining, and Cammy, it looks like he has a very strong start. He had 9 kills. Vance, he'll match him at 9 as well, and Ultra taking care of business. There's down to 1.
It all comes down to Spar. He's making him sweat. He's really making him work for it, but there we go, through the wall. Ultra closed out that first round and took their sweet time getting the job done, but hey, 1 round down, 2 to go.
And just nice and aggressive on defense, just to make sure that A doesn't even get captured. Really nice, sort of blender spawn trap. They sort of had him and getting everybody trapped in the roof side. You had Kleenex hanging out in P5. Cammy's over there watching the cross from top fire. So Ultra very quick to pounce on that setup, and that is about as good as it gets for a round on defense. They will take it. But now Ultra's turning on the attack, and Smart, the first man he's got to deal with, ripping heads as well, and Nick has some intel on Vance, but he's getting challenged. He will fall, and again, back to that standard sort of setup.
Here comes classic Kleenex. Massive kill, traded out immediately. Trying to keep A capture going. Here comes the first segment, done. 2 more to go. Cammy knocking down this push alongside Vance. They've got all their angles covered. Big shots out. Cameron McGilligan tags her in. Asim's now trying to open up mid-map. On the flank now already, it's going to be Hook now. Still keeping the pressure alive. Spart up close and personal with the Vault where he likes it. Hook's there on the point, and they will drain that second segment at A, and they wipe the defenders clean. It all comes down to Insight, who gets what?
You got Volt, I think is the terminology for it. I want to see a couple stacks on this 8-point, by the way. You don't really need to do it slowly. You might as well just get it over with. And, I mean, you're just giving teams opportunities to go on these flanks and making things mixy. And you lose that map control. I mean, we saw it the previous round. You can get put in a blender. You can get set up in a spawn trap, but Ultra able to pick up a couple. Cammy with the 2 and Vance again on a 4. Volk in hand and maybe thinking about a couple kill streaks, but his teammates are falling one by one. And again, almost like the Tuscan SD, just weird vibes.
Not able to quite finish the cap. Ben's playing now for kills at this point in time. Over towards A we go once again. 40 seconds now, burning the clock. Ben just runs around, dies, trying to get streaks, not able to happen. Still capturing A. Second segment on its way out now. Or not. Not quite finished the job there as Kleenex vacates premises before finishing the work, and it could come to Spark, who may save the day in a moment. There we go, finally. Getting that second segment, that's the important thing. Not a clean plate for Toronto there, but now 15 lives apiece, 30 seconds on the clock. We need to see someone finish that job at A.
And by the time this flank comes in, Spart and Hook just kill everyone in sight, and Spart makes the read. He's on a 5 and 4. Those were just individual plays. Stack point, capture it. It's based on ticks now. You got to find ways to win the offense.
baby.
Now go through P5.
Whoa.
Slasher there to at least pick up 2, and now you get to flank. And keep in mind, Spart in the meantime, still on a 5, still roaming over towards A. There's number 6. He does get traded, so no glide bomb, but that is back-to-back, or at least potentially dominant rounds on defense. Is Ultra now. Deja vu from round 1. No respawns remaining. 4 left to go.
Still holding the point though for now. There we go, 3 players remaining. Kleenex, he's out for now. Slasher brings down Insight. Cammy and Bance now with a minute to play with, and right now it's all about the kills, and they're not going to be able to hold lot. At the very least, though, they tie things up in segments, so going into the next round, we're all even Steven in terms of the objective play. Hook v Cammy, they've got him pinned. They should be able to take care of him.
I will say both these teams taking just big risks on offense to just not like secure A. I mean, not necessarily straight away, but they're just leaving so many openings on the map for these flanks to come through, and funny business to be abound, but 1 man to go. Cammy going to fall in the final moments. Back-to-back, again, just sort of strange rounds from these teams where things certainly get mixy, but in spite of the moments that Spart was able to put together again, I believe no glide bombs have come through for either team, and I believe the tick game is tied as well. Tied 1-1. Someone looking for that edge.
We'll see now. LAG on offense, if they can be the players to get the edge here. Nice stuff out of Spart again at 16-14. Great place from him. It's a 4-man stack over towards B. Bance, here they come. Finds 1, no more to be had. Trades there immediately. Bance first blood, doesn't matter for much. Onto the point we go. Insight managed to get 1 out of the air. Spart dead before his feet even hit the ground. Kleenex now getting involved. Trade after trade after trade. B's safe for now.
Yeah, Ben's just doing his job, at least taking down 1 and a bunch of those nades and stuns coming through just to soften that blow. So no ticks over towards B, and once again, not even a ton of pressure over towards A. Waiting for the kills to fall into their laps is LAG, and for the moment right now, Asim by himself on point. Cammy checks his corners in the middle of the map. Slasher's not there, and Asim wins a gunfight just to get that pressure on A.
Pressure's on A now. LAG in the driver's seat. We'll see what happens. Let's go for a quick listen in with Toronto Ultra.
Arch, Cam. We're pushing up to mid alley. One more.
We left corner maybe.
Give me mid, man. Give me mid alley on me. I'm going left.
Hey, Jim's pushed out our side.
Lay down outside.
Smart's on time, weak. Smart's on time.
Fuck, Slash is there.
Listen, just chill.
Slash is there side.
He's close outside you, Toby.
Nice man.
Nice, Toby.
Shit. Is anyone gonna be?
Yeah, I'm trying to go
Okay,
around.
I'm trying to watch the B flat cross. Mid alley. The B flat
Nice,
cross.
Toby.
Who are we looking for? Hugh. Is it Hugh?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm replaying. They're gonna spawn closer. Yeah, Hugh in our base. Nice.
Are they gonna be fucking top?
He'll be coming, Cam.
Yeah,
One shot, Slasher in the corner.
Let's go, Slasher.
He's close corner.
I'll get stunned, bro. They might
Wait,
play me top
son.
rocket.
I'm looking mid alley right now.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm needing over you, Jamie.
One's there side wall, 100% on the screen now. Dead.
I need it.
Anymore? Yeah, Hugh on me.
I'm not sure.
Careful.
I'm replaying it top rocket. On me, bro. 2P5, 2P5. 3P5, just spawn B. 3 on
Okay,
P5.
I'm coming across.
Slash is lower. Slash is lower. There's at least 2 crossing. Yeah, stay alive. Be on me. Have you a big? Yeah, I know. Fine, bro. They're pushing me out, bro. One shot, Hugh, can't
Nice,
drop.
man.
Onto the point we go. Bance trying to clear up these final few players as the characteristic Zen-like communication of Toronto Ultra continues. Over towards A, that will be cleaned up. An additional minute now added. They were 20 seconds away from the win there, Chance.
Ultra really just done a very nice job of obviously reading that who got through. It took them a little bit of time to figure it out, but they got the job done. But that fire pressure that they have, or broken as Ultra calls it, all that pressure to pick up players on the flank is just the slowest, chow of all time from Spart. Asim flying in just a little bit too quick for his teammates, so there will be no trades. And obviously right now, LAG down to 9 lives. They are looking for a break just to see if they can get an extra segment. Happy to take their time.
Again, the battle for the objective continues. Time ticking, 9 lives in the hands of LAG. Ultra have got a decent spread here on the defense, but the 3 members of LAG creeping their way through, just waiting to give Hook the go signal.
And a really cool setup, by the way, for Ultra, because they have 2 players posted up in towards radio onto the plat and actually looking towards the back. So flip the map on its head, and they can do that because they trust CleanX to watch the P5 flank. So very clean setup that LAG slowly trying to break down.
Trades come through. Battle of the top plat now comes to a close. Asim on top. Oh, whoa! He wins it! Straight on the point we go, and they're starting to maybe make the stack. 2 players here. Bance has to go big. He gets eviscerated. 21 seconds on the clock, and this could be it now. First segment gone. Cammy managed to get a kill out of this one. Back and forth we go. There's still 1 player remaining on the point. Spark goes down. Final 3. That should be the round. But Chance, they walk away with an additional segment.
Yeah, you'll take it. Not as good as it gets, but the fact that you were down 7 lives in that round, you take your time to send 3 on the flank. And as good as that setup was for Ultra, does get broken down towards the end, at least for a tick, and well, they'll be up by 4 going into this new round. But Ultra obviously with that 2-1 lead, maybe they just want to win it on offense, but either way, defense as is expected at this point thus far has reigned supreme. Ultra in that sense still taking care of business.
And it's slow and it's very stressful, and I know the fans for both teams across the face of the planet certainly feeling nerves here. Desperately vying for that defensive win. They get it for round 5, that's all it's about. Right now, LAG, 4 segment advantage, 4 ticks to their name. If Ultra want defense for that final round, they need to capture A and at least get 1 or 2 on B before it goes to the tiebreak. And here we go, it's the 2-2 split towards both zones.
And Hook's the only one over here to read this, and he only takes down 1, but hey, if he takes down 1, he has done his job. CleanX the lone man over towards B, and I think Ultra trying to deliberate about what their options are. They're trying to force it towards B, but at least their front man, he gets picked apart, and you are falling 1 by 1, so you might have to reset to that default. Bance is behind enemy lines. Maybe you can go on flanks, but for the moment, you have no pressure over towards that.
Yep, all good for now. Bance trying to find some damage here in the flank. Oh my, hello! He managed to catch 1. Straight to the point. Tags are in. 1v1 against Asim. Does manage to lose it. That's a big win out of Asim. Still pressure now towards A. Now Ultra all goes down on A. They're managing to deal with the time, but not enough to deal with the flank. Great work out of Cammy. Big shots, wins it. Now, boys, not what you did in the last round. How about you capture it to its full now?
I mean, at the very least, I think they have a better setup. They have players watching the flank, a player set up in you, and they are just getting aggressive. Maybe trying to find a couple more kills and maybe win it that way, if not by segments, but Cammy just gets picked, and you still only have 1 player behind enemy lines. Maybe Bance trying to join his friend and try to just keep these spawn kills out of control, but meanwhile, Insight by himself on point. You expect LAG on the flip side by the actual objective are there to take him down. So Insight trying to fight for his life. He's gonna fall. Ultra putting the pressure over towards B, but you still only have 2 ticks on 1 point. I mean, they're playing TDM basically, and it is not working out. LAG on defense, I mean, they've just been on point.
They've been doing a great job so far. CleanX with decent kills. Asim on a 3 spree now. A little bit of pressure towards A. That should be it surely now. 45 seconds paused. You should finish the job here. Inside the man to get the job done. Here comes the push through mid-map. All avenues covered now for Toronto Ultra. Trying to make their way through the back lines of Church. Not going to work out. That's where LAG is spawning. So now the reshuffle. A minute 35 to work with. A decent amount of lives either side. And here we go. We have to see the pressure towards B. LAG, they win this defensive round. We force it to that final, and they will get it in round 5.
Oh, Sasha's causing so many problems. He picks up the 2, and Bance goes to look for him, but he pushed so far out of roof that, I mean, Bance has plenty of things to worry about inside of P5, and he just gets caught. Slasher there to deliver. And anytime you lose 1 man on these offensive pushes, it just slows you down an extra 10, 15 seconds, and Hook's there to pick up at least 1, slowing that push down again.
Slowing it down for now. Here come the remaining reinforcements. The team should get 1 more here. Nice job out of LAG on the defense. That's 3 out of Asim. He's been in this spot before. The teamwork now flowing. 9 lives remaining for Ultra. They're still down 1 segment in order to force defense. It's not going to happen just yet, but here comes another hit. They've got players to worry about in the middle of the map as well. Hook's the guy, and he's getting the job done. Oh boy! Went for something special there with the over-the-top punch, but that's going to be the kill. Now through P5, here comes Ultra, trying to make their way forward. Bance with the big kills to the Automaton. Here's the bait and switch. CleanX gets involved. Hipfire, nice, all good. Spot though, he has been untouchable on Tuscan, Volk in hand. Final 30 seconds.
And LAG are just putting on the pressure. You're down to 4 lives, no respawns remaining, and again, they need a segment capture if they want to get that defense for the next one, but I mean, now you have to be perfect. They got 3 players nearby, but it's only 3, and Cammy falls. Meanwhile, Insight's nowhere near for the fight. CleanX tries to make a big play. He can't do it. 2 lives to go.
Defenders hold. Bans cut down from behind. That's it. LAG. They win the defensive round, and they have a segment advantage. Final round now in the control, and this could be it. What a battle this has been. The final part of our Tuscan trilogy, and I don't know how it ends, Chance.
And I'll just say, like, Ultra, they are playing for the mix. Like, they are slow capping A to try to let the teammates get kills in the spawn, but all that's doing is costing you lives. Like, you're just running down your own kills in that column, and I mean, it's just punishing towards the end, so Ultra have to find a way. Segments be damned, they got to capture both points, and maybe more standard 3 players leaning towards that A side. Spark for the moment, the lone defender.
Yeah, they've not been very successful whatsoever towards B, so... Oh boy, nice one out of bounds, staying alive. Trades there, first segment should come to a close again. Big shots at Slasher, nice 2-piece, first segment gone. Pressure out through mid, Bance trying to find a 2-piece of his own. Insight's there in the opposite corner to help him out. Pressure now once again from LAG, forward they go. Trades abound, Insight staying alive as well. The second segment, they're working on it, slowly but surely. Those 2 players now on point, trying to get the steady and slow stack as Hook's in their spawn, and Hook is causing problems for them now.
Hey, he moves back to the middle map as well, so Insight's got to be careful. So many players worried about Hook, and then in comes Slasher. He's on a 4, but you got the line. Hook makes his move, and they pound at least to get the kills. And by the way, winning the gunfights over towards B, LAG, a ton of map control.
Yeah, they're keeping the pressure up. Forward they go. Cammy wins a big one at close range now. CleanX trying to get out. Can't get it done. Asim, once again, feet firmly planted. Chance, he's having a lot of success when both are on the ground. Live count working out now for LAG Toronto with a 19-24 for LAG. As Cammy's trying to find at least something here as the pressure is mounting on both sides of the map. Minute 45 to go with. Here we go on towards B. There's one member though of the flank now. Number 7, it's going to be Insight. He's meant towards the back tank. This could be instrumental for Ultra.
He doesn't get the spawn kill though, and right now Toronto, I mean, just scattered across the map, desperately trying just to set up for a team push, but even then they got to deal with flank, so he'll be able to flank through the middle of the map. He finds a freebie, and everyone else for Ultra is scattered. It is going to be a ton of one-on-one gunfights they are trying to win, and Spark the man holding that front line.
Still, he's going to peek, sees a gun barrel, takes care of Cammy. 2 easy kills going their way. The bottom side of the map, it's all LAG.
And they've effectively just left number 7 inside the back of the map. They don't have to deal with them. They don't have to force anything. You have all of this P5 control. And again, Ultra have not had a single good, solid 4-man team push. And a major factor why, it is Hook again on the flank, finding these routes just to soften that push. And now Ultra, it's 3 players, but more one-on-one gunfights that LAG just keep winning.
They do keep winning them indeed. 2 members now of Ultra in the back line. 11 lives remaining for Ultra. Can they get themselves on a B? And Hook wins another 1v1. 3 in a row now. Spark wins another for himself. He's on a 5, making a 6. He's seemingly unstoppable right now. 35 and 27. Once again, it's Insight, the only player close enough to the point to make a difference, but the defense for LAG, they're picking their targets. They've got the target prioritization down. They don't worry about him whatsoever. Cleanup crew is there. Hook's on a 5, 20 seconds.
Just utter dominance, and there's the glide bomb to get the guarantee. 3 lives remaining. Insight had a life in the back where LAG ignored him for a minute and a half. 2 minutes, and Insight only takes 1 gunfight that entire time. Woo! LAG bullying Toronto Ultra in the control.
Man, they played the skirt right on the top as well. Damn, LAG. Hey, say what you will about, Gunless being a story player and a brilliant addition to the roster, but Spark, man, has been having a wonderful time here at Major 2. 2-1 in the series now for LAG. Predictions be damned. Ultra, as flat as you like. Say goodbye to Tuscan. Berlin Hardpoint up next.
Well, I suppose, but it's not like Berlin hardpoint has been a strength for Ultra, not at all. I mean, 1 and 4, their point differential is worse, and I mean, they just simply did not look good on that Tuscan control. Again, Insight literally had a life for a minute and a half. He's hanging out in the spawn of LAG, not a care in the world. They just fought the rest of Ultra 4 versus 3, and by the time Insight actually makes a move, he loses the gun.
Or do we go to a game 5? We stay on Berlin for that one, and it is bound to be a nail biter. Here we go, P1 right into it, and already the bullets are flying. There's glass all over the place. I hope you're wearing shoes.
And Ultra right now, maybe an opportunity to try to punch him in the mouth off the rip, or maybe just get fed into the Spark blender. He picks up 2, watching Outer, and out to be a stronghold early on, it's looking like for the LA Guerrillas. And again, just roaming Outer, Seam's going to be calling all these players out. He is feeding his teammates that intel, and still Spark in the back. It is the ARs abound, picking them apart. Every single kill going their way in perfection, straight off the open and break for LAG.
Whoa, it's non-stop. It's another kill. Toronto, I don't think they're even on the board in the kills department, Cammy, finally. But wow, what an opening break from LAG as the kills keep going. Seam's on a 5. The little spurt from Spark there, he's on himself a 2, and woo! Seam was 6 now in a row.
If he's shooting like that, yeah, this one might be done and dusted. 6-0, 3-0, 3-1, 2. 3 total kills right now for Ultra. They just bumped themselves up by 25% because they got their 4th, but I mean, you're already down by 60 points. You did not win that rotation over towards P2, and Insight, he should get traded. You're in there, you're sprinting into death. Seam, I mean, this is just easy for him. Feed him the next one.
I mean, out right now, Seam, eyes are on the next set of spawns, and he was close enough, dude. Nice poke there through the barrel from that little bit of window. Streaks are in his hands. 8-0, trying to make it 9. There's 1 down low, brother. There you go. Seam is feasting. Oh, bad. And this is getting out of control real fast, John.
Finally, though, an opportunity. They get the break, they shut down a Seam, and they can actually win a rotation over towards P3, and it looks like right now LAG actually maybe attempting to fight for a bit of that scrap. No one taking a big rotation, and maybe obviously you have a Seam with that glide bomb in the back pocket. I assume we'll use this on the approach. So Ultra, a hill they need to hold, but it is not going to be easy. But a Seam is the first player they shut down. That will buy them a bit of extra time.
Massive kills out of Insight. Sweet 2 towards the back line now. Hard point time, go the way of Toronto Ultra. They've got themselves the lobby, but you got to get a body in the point. That's the next step. What an unbelievable start from LAG. But Chance, 1 second at a time, 1 kill at a time. Ultra getting back in this.
And instead of using Glide Bomb, they just walk straight in. Who can see just winning their gunfights all of a sudden? The P3 that Toronto are unable to hold. Trying to bully out the back that nades are certainly there, and they win a first couple gunfights, and maybe it'll just be a situation where they can chalk it up and say, hey, we lost 10 seconds, but other than that, we were good. Hoop gonna toss away his life there, and LAG still fighting for it and making things mixy, and that's pretty much all you could ask them to do. Ban's able to get that final kill for the final 15 seconds, but for what Ultra certainly wanted to have a money hill, it's certainly a good one to try to get back in this game, but not as clean as they would have liked.
Speaking of clean, it's CleanX who's managed to sneak his way over across towards the next. His gunfire there rattling across Berlin is going to give this position up. This is CleanX, sneaks in, doing what he can to now help his teammates push in towards train yard. This is a tough, hard point to break. Massive shots out of Slasher inside of range, trying to level up trades, but it's not going to quite work out. Cammy now trying to get forward as well. As things not looking fantastic for Ultra here, good kills, and this may be the purchase. Is it enough to flip the spawns?
I mean, at the very least, it's enough just to get him outside the point for a moment. Slasher was winning some key gunfights, but now you're back to that sort of scrappy trades, AR battles, and Cammy's got to stay alive. He's able to pick up 2, and if he is up, well, no one's in the hill, and he certainly does his job. But CleanX, obviously a man that needs to crank things up. 3 and 10 for the moment. Nice shots there with the automaton, and there's a nice 2. Ultra at least keeping them outside of this hill. Admittedly, neither team able to collect a good chunk of time.
A sweet 15 seconds, though, that we should be able to net here. And again, we're going to see that final little hit there. I think it's going to be Slasher. Last member of LAG to leave. He's going to get a kill through mid over towards P5 now. Final hard point in our set here on Berlin. Man, what a first round we've had, Chance. Unbelievable stuff. LAG still with a slight lead as we go now in the 5th.
And people in ranks, by the way, take notes. Asim just goes on the largest route of all time. He does it 30 seconds in advance, and he's going to flip the spawns for his team. And he is trying to set up potentially now for this P5 spawn trap. This is where he likes to be in this tower. His teammates don't have any pressure, though, and he does get cleaned up. And I'd say for the moment, an opportunity for Ultra, right? You have 35 seconds on this hill. Even if you don't collect a ton of time, Operation try to make that flip if you can find that opening, but for the moment they can't. Insight trying to be that guy.
Oh, he's trying to be that guy.
He actually did get it. He got it for his team.
Gets the flip, he almost managed to get the last kill. That's massive again. Cammy can spawn right up, pick up where he left off. Beautiful stuff. Now, Ultra still fighting fit here on P5, but again, eyes are on the next set of hard points. The final 15 seconds now will wither away, and it should go in the hands of Ultra. They get a player over towards that spot, but what they are really aiming for is back over towards this little office, back over towards P1. As our first set of hard points come to a close, we will not forget that opener for a while. Here we go. Set number 2.
And Routman gets paid. Well, Hookah's going to go all the way around. I thought he might try to be sneaky, but instead he's going to spawn his teammates over towards back docks, and it looks like Ultra turned their arrows. They are making that read, and Hook gets an entry, but for the moment, LAG, no one's actually near this hill. Ultra clawing their way back into this game.
Bit of a pinch though. Spark might be the guy. Does manage to get dropped by Bance. That's huge. Slashing out through side door. Is he able to find anything here? Has he just got shadows flying through? Insight with another sweet kill as he's keeping his team in this one. Tooth and nail. They are fighting. As Asim waits for it, sees one, can't get anything done, and that little bit of hesitation may have cost him. Hook now trying to pick up where he left off. The shots are in, they've checked every possible corner, and dare I say it, we're going to see the lead change once again here. LAG, a slight, pump the brakes. Ultra fighting fit though, once again. 15 seconds remaining on first, rotation's done.
I will say though, by the way, inside the 2-piece, he picks up in a fire on the P5 hill to flip those spawns. That might be the play that got Ultra back into this game, but obviously it's still a long way to go. You're gonna be down by about 15 going into P2, and you do get there first, and maybe a player gets chopped before you actually get set up inside, but CleanX in the point. A little bit of pressure on him. Players may be jumping from above, and he's doing his best right now just to stay alive.
This is like a little haunted house right now. There's a hall of mirrors, non-stop action from Spark flying through. Cammy now trying to make his way into the party. Nope, Spark once again with the right hand. Instant kills, instant break. LAG with a hard point.
Couldn't hold it to save their lives, and honestly, the angles of attack from LAG, they are flying from everywhere. Asim still towards the top, so Ultra, not easy to stay alive in the point, not if you're sliding in front of him like that. Hello for number 2. I mean, technically Asim is slowed down, but still leading to Lobby. Getting hype off that one. Screaming him, letting him know.
Unbelievable 5 now from Asim as he just keeps on going. Brought down in the end, and now Ultra back on the point. 10 seconds, you can have it, boys. Asim has started to heat up indeed. And this is still very much anyone's hard point. Rotations are done. LAG in position for next.
Well, Ultra, that next hill, they struggle to hold, and they are basically never able to get a break. LAG get here first. It is a 30-point lead in this moment. If Toronto don't turn up right now, this game might run completely out of control. CleanX, though, actually found the angle of attack. Slasher gives up the back. He's able to push straight up, block these spawns, and might be able to gun him, but at the very least, you do have those spawns blocked. CleanX looking for the next one, and a teammate there to shut it all down.
Paul, the play's still going, though. You've got an opportunity to make your way through. Bance may have seen it. You saw Hook for a second, but Hook taking care of him. Nades now from Hook. Massive plays 3 for Hook. Unbelievable from him.
Oh, no.
Asim slashing out forward. They go,
no.
Hook just killed everyone! A full 4 for Hook, 20 seconds remaining here on point, and Insight can't get it done through the front. That's now 5 in a row. He saw what Asim did a second ago and said, hey man, I'll take my shot at it. What a run here. Chance is it over now.
And you have all that work from CleanX. They actually flip the spawns for a moment. Slasher gives it up. There is a moment of opportunity, but they were down by 30 going into it. Now they are down by 80. Unable to orchestrate anything on that third hill is Ultra, and well, now they certainly have their work cut out for them. Tournament lives on the line, and they are dealing with a glide.
Here comes a glide. It will land. CleanX taking care of from the top tower there. Now Asim from a perch to find a few more kills. Cammy caught unawares. Crossfire is on. An open hard point, an open field. They can't quite get the win here, but LA Guerrillas, if they hold all this time, they send Toronto Ultra home here.
Asim right now just looking for his next, top 5 play of the week, if he can find it. More players in front of him, and hey, nice little flank from CleanX. He's able to pick up 2, and I think right now this P5 hill, if nothing else for Ultra, has been scrappy. More gunfights by CleanX that he's able to win, and I mean, we saw it sort of earlier on. If you can flip the spawn to the left, keep him out of P5, you can turn a P1 into a full 60. Hook behind enemy lines, though. He's trying to line them all up.
Oh, he lines them up. He gets a lot of damage in. Nothing but information passed to his teammates for now. It is honestly so close to the end here. Toronto Ultra have got to dig deeper than they have. A team known for their composure. Try to pull things back here on P5. LAG, one of the teams that thrive in this mad, frenetic chaos.
And if I'm LAG, I'm just taking routes. I'm sending someone just to try to flip the spawns, and Asim, who's out of docks, might try and be that guy, but he ends up getting caught. Cammy is there, and Ultra right now, keep in mind, they have to put a ton of pressure on this hill as well. They want to flip the spawns, but with the score right now that LAG have, they have a lot of work at their disposal. But for the moment, Ultra still in a feasible position where they can win this game. But Slasher picks up 2. Might be an opening for the Guerrillas.
So it's got to go big. Got to keep these players off point because it's 20 seconds for the win. Shots are in, nades are all good. Spark's going to get one. Hey, then we go inside for one down. Now pressure back onto the point. You've got LAG in the hard point for now. Ultra still trying to battle their way forward while maintaining that P1 spawns. But this is it, boys. You've got to go now. Now it's starting to get a bit dicey. The final few moments. Is anyone there? No! LAG! To a rapturous applause here in Minnesota. They stay alive in a massive, massive victory there on Berlin. And for Toronto Ultra, it is truly commiserations. Hardpoint has not been their game mode all season long and continues to be a tremendous thorn in their side.
I mean, truly, chalk might be a better way to phrase it. Ultra offered them nothing. Asim consistently putting them on skates. Multiple highlight reel plays from him on the single map. I mean, the opening break to perfection, and even with the sub, Spark coming in, and I tell you, man, he looked good with the squad. They found that series win, and maybe get a little wind in their sails with a little bit of hype, because again, Asim, I mean, what, starts off the map, what, 8-0, 9-0, whatever the case may be, leading the lobby in slaying and helping lead his team to destruction. And not just him, Hook on that P3 hill as well, absolutely crushing it, but across the board in the slaying category.